Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have one of my last Halloween tutorials. This one is a really creepy, gory clown. Obviously it's a little bit more gory than all my other looks, but I hope you guys don't mind. So I'm going to start off with obviously my eyebrows done, and I have a little bit of mascara on, but just ignore that. So I'm going to start off with some white face paint, and you can use whatever you like. I find that to make it look a little bit more worn in, I like face paint a bit better than cream or grease paint, because you can really make this look like it's really worn in, which is what I wanted. I was inspired by the Joker a little bit, and obviously I went on Pinterest and looked up a bunch of different Joker looks, so I went off a lot of different images. So I have just rubbed that in, and I'm using a little bit of black eyeshadow just to create the actual wrinkle looking lines. So I'm just frowning where my normal actual wrinkle lines are, which is really depressing, but I'm just going to rub that in and then tap it in with my fingers, and some paint will come off, but that is okay. That is what I wanted. And then I'm going in with some black cream or grease paint, and I'm just taking a angled brush, and I'm going to create the kind of half diamond shape or triangle lines above my eyebrows. I'm just going to draw them in and then fill them in as well, and this took a little bit to kind of get right. I kind of played around with the shapes a little bit, made them a bit bigger and a bit more pointier, so just play around with it for a little bit, and just until you get the right shape that you like. And then I'm just going to do it underneath the eyes as well, just like a really long upside down triangle, and then just fill in those gaps as well. So then going in with some black eyeshadow, I'm just going to be filling in my just eye area, just do some serious crease work, and then blend it right up into the eyebrows as well. This obviously is not supposed to be clean. You definitely want it to make it look like it is worn in, and just really messy. The messier the better, I think, so just really play around with it. I'm just blending that in, and I'm also going to do the lower lash line as well, just to smoke out just the top of that triangle shape. And then I also decided to do some nose contouring for some god knows reason, so yeah, just play around with that. And then I have pre-cut some of these tissue looks that I'm going to be doing as my ripped mouth, and you're going to need some liquid latex, or you could use even just some eyelash glue, whatever you have on hand. I'm just going to tap this onto the skin with a sponge applicator. Obviously these are your best friend when it comes to Halloween. And then what I did with the actual tissues is I just folded it in half and cut out the shape that I wanted, and I found that was a lot easier. So then they're all the same shape and the same size, and it's a lot easier and quicker to work that way. And obviously pre-cutting them is the easiest way to do it as well, because liquid latex makes your fingers all nice and sticky, and you don't want that touching tissue paper. So just layer this up and just put on liquid latex on top of the tissue paper, and do that a couple of layers. I ended up doing about 5 layers, and then I just let that to actually dry. So this, I think, is my last layer I think that I filmed. I did do about 5 layers though, but just do it up until the layer that you like. And then going in with another piece of tissue, and I'm splitting this in half as well, just so it's a little bit thinner and easy to work with. And I'm doing the neck piece. I'm just measuring out the actual neck piece, and I found the shape that I like, so I've just folded the tissue in half, and I'm just cutting them long ways just to pre-cut them. Obviously, like I said, it is a lot easier. And then putting down some liquid latex. I'm doing quite a thin layer, but I'm just laying this down, letting it dry for just a second, and then putting the tissue paper on top of it, and then just ripping it off where I need it. And then same method as the actual like mouthpiece. I'm just laying down some latex, then putting another layer on top, and then more latex, and then more latex on top, and then tissue paper, latex, tissue paper, latex. You get the drill. So just do that until you are happy with how thick it is. I ended up doing, I think it was 4 layers, I believe. So just layer that on top and then let that dry. Honestly, I would probably extend the liquid latex out a lot further, just because I found that it was lifting up quite easily by the end of it. So, but personal opinion and all trial and error, just putting some more white face paint on top of the liquid latex on my cheeks, because it went a little bit yellow when it dries. And then this, you need to be so unbelievably careful. So I just peeled up the side, and you can use scissors, which I am using, but please be so careful when you're doing this, because you can really hurt yourself when you're doing this. So be super careful if you are using scissors. You can use tweezers or anything else that you like that can cut through obviously tissue, which is pretty easy. So I'm going in with this zombie stack. Can't remember the brand of this, but I'm just going in with this dark reddy kind of maroon color, and this is going to be the base for the inside of the cut. And I will be putting blood in this, obviously, like you saw in the preview, but you just need something that's really dark as a base, just so if the blood does fully come through, then you will have that darker base to support it. So just put down a really dark base. You can use a red lipstick if you like, or you can use a black eyeliner, whatever you've got, just really play around with it. You could definitely use an eyeshadow even. I find creams are a lot easier to work with, but I have definitely used powders in the past, and I find they work just as well. And then I'm just putting down a little bit of black just to deepen that up just a little bit, and you can see that I've put it on the outside as well, just to kind of cover up some of the white. But of course you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's just my personal preference and how I like it. And at this point you can obviously see the tissue, and obviously that it's not actually part of your skin. So I'm going to cover all this up with some coagulated blood, which is just a really fancy way of saying thick blood. So I've just taken it on a just a brush that is easy to clean, and I've put this all over my lips. I wasn't gonna do this, but I just decided that it was gonna be a super gory look just at this point. So I've just gone in with a sponge, because I got sick of using a brush, and I was just like, stuff it, I'm using a sponge, a lot easier. And obviously with the sponge, just pull off the tip of it, and then it kind of gives you like a weird texture as well, and that's what you want. So I'm just going back in with the neck piece because it's fully dried. I'm going over it with some white face paint, obviously not being perfect with it. And we've got to get Okie dokie, now we're back from the dance break, and now I'm just cutting the neck piece. Again, please just be super careful with this. Obviously it can be very dangerous, so just be really careful and just peel back the edges. And again, same method, just putting down the reddish color, and then putting down a little bit of black, and then putting down the blood. So I'm just filling in those edges, and I'm going to do the same thing, just color in the like tissue paper or whatever you're using. I'm just putting that down again just as a base, and you can see that I'm using the blood right now. And you can obviously do a lot thinner blood so it's running down, but I just like the look of the thicker blood, and plus I was wearing a shirt that I liked, so I didn't really want to ruin it. So, but all personal preference, you can do whatever you like, especially on Halloween. You can definitely go all out and be super bloody and gory. And then this bit is optional, and again, you want to be super careful with this because you can really hurt yourself. I'm just going to sew the neck piece together so it looks like I've kind of like, I don't know, like my throat has been slit, and I decided to sew it shut so I wouldn't die. I don't know. I just this was like a last minute thing. So that, guys, completes this really gory, creepy clown tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.